Hey everyone, how you doing? It is Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and tonight we're looking at a nice 1963 Jim Brewer card, 63 tops, and Jim is with the Cubs, and this is a nice card. It's got a nice color there on the bottom, pretty well centered for a 63, and the thing I like about this one is it's got just a nice bright, bold yellow on the back of it here, card number 309. Sharp card. You can see that Jim started off in the minor leagues in '56, and he made his major league debut July 16th of '60 with the Cubs. Now, I did a little bit of research on Jim. He never did play with Warren Spahn, but he credits Warren Spahn with really teaching him how to throw the screwball. And he said that with Spahn showing him how to do that, that really enabled him to have a good out pitch. Brewer had a good screwball, and he credits Warren Spahn with teaching him that. And here's a nice Warren Spahn, a 51 Bowman. Just a real nice card. I love that image on this 51 Bowman Warren Spahn. Probably one of my favorite Warren Spahn cards is this 1953 Bowman. Just a beautiful card. Love the Indian head there on the sleeve, and man, this just screams 1950s baseball to me. Probably my favorite Warren Spahn card, and from my favorite set from the 50s, this beautiful 56 Warren Spahn. Great card. So yeah, Jim Brewer, he credited Warren Spahn with teaching him how to throw that screwball, and I just leave that sitting there. But Brewer, he for us set builders, he had a rookie card 1961, and he had a card all the way up until 1976. So if you're a set builder from the 60s all the way through the mid 70s, you're going to be familiar with this name, Jim Brewer. And he played for the Cubs from 60 to 63. Then he signed on with the Dodgers from 64 to 75, and that's where he really had the greatest success in his career, was with the Dodgers. As a matter of fact, Jim has got the third most appearances as a Dodger. And he's only trailing two Hall of Famers who had more appearances than Jim Brewer, and that would be one, Don Drysdale. Don Drysdale had 518 appearances for the Dodgers. And the man with the most appearances for the LA Dodgers would be, you guessed it, Don Sutton. This is a nice 1975 card of Don Sutton. And then Jim Brewer had 474 games with the Dodgers. And he racked up 126 saves for him. And he came out of the bullpen, and he was a All-Star. He appeared in the 73 All-Star game, as well as the World Series with the Dodgers in 65, 66, and then in 74. And really, from 68 to 73, he averaged 20 saves a season and had a career-high 24 in 1970. In 1972, he posted a 1.26 ERA as the closer. So Jim had a really effective career with the Dodgers. Now, what's really interesting is that you go back with the Cubs, 1960. Jim had an altercation with one Billy Martin. And this is a nice 1957 Martin card. But evidently, Brewer had brushed back Billy, and Billy threw his bat out there, and then he walked out there, and he punched Brewer in the right eye, and he actually broke his cheekbone. And Jim had to have 2 surgeries on that, and Martin ended up serving a 5-game suspension. Jim Brewer and the Cubs, they sued Billy Martin for over $1 million for the loss of his services. And the judge declined that, but Jim Brewer did not let it go. And in 1969, 9 years later, the judge ordered Billy Martin to pay $10,000 in damages. And so I just thought that was really interesting how Jim Brewer, a long career, and there's that specific linkage with Billy Martin, Warren Spahn, Don Drysdale, Don Sutton. I just really like looking at the backstories of these guys on cards, and and see the connections, which is just so interesting. But yeah, Jim, he had a good career, and he pitched with the Angels in '75 and 1976. And he ended up with a 69 and 65, 69 and yeah, 65 record, and ended up with 133 saves for his career. So Jim had a really a long career, an effective career. Appeared in 3 World Series. That's a pretty good career, and that's the story behind Jim Brewer. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, enjoy the hobby. Keep on collecting. Take care.